first one is going to be smash or pass. Texas -4 versus the Washington Huskies.
Smash or pass.
I love that graphic. That was great.
Producer Ryan.
I am so interested in this one because I said that I was going to bet against Texas if they got into the playoff. I had money on them to go into the playoff this season because they're so bad in the red zone. They're 108th in the nation at finishing quality possession. So when they get a first down across the 40, they're 108th at finishing those drives. But Washington's defense is 100th in allowing finishing drives. They've been really, really bad at letting those up. So I really like Texas in this spot. I think that they're a more complete team. I think they're finally healthy and they're getting hot at the right time. So I'm gonna go with Texas on that one.
I like it. And looking at both of these quarterbacks and talking about the draft here, Penix, where are you at with him? I guess when we start approaching the NFL draft.
He's good. It's so hard with college football because there's so much fandom wiped up and people are like, oh, you said he's not good. I don't think he deserved the Heisman this year. Like, obviously he had some games where he was hurt. He was persevering. I think that when we think about quarterback evaluation for the NFL, we have to do two things. One, we have to separate out college good and NFL good. There are guys who are great in college who are not going to be NFL quarterbacks. And that's okay. That doesn't mean they're bad. That doesn't mean that their college career is not something you should enjoy. With Penix, the second thing we have to do is what we should do with Penix, think about them in terms of raw tools and potential. Can Penix, in the right situation, with the right receivers, create an NFL offense? I think so, in a really good situation, which kind of changes the distribution of his potential outcomes. A little worried about his decision-making just because it hasn't been tested. When you have so many dudes, you have those reads, you're like, dude, just get it to the guy and it's going to go there. And there is something to be said for getting the ball to the right spot. But I am a little worried about decision-making. I think if you're a team that has a middle-of-the-road starter or you're still uncertain at quarterback, I don't know why you wouldn't, if you get in a position where you can get him later, why you wouldn't go for Penix there?
Yeah, he's a name that's been floated around for the Giants. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out for him. We'll get into the next smasher pass. Obviously, you're on my show. I went to University of Arizona, so we have to include a University of Arizona one here. So smasher pass, Arizona -3 versus Oklahoma. Alamo Bowl. This is Arizona's first bowl game in 6 years. So smash or pass, Arizona -3.
Oh, you're gonna hate me for this. I think
it's okay because I think I'm with you. Yeah.
I like Arizona. I'm in love with their building. I'm long on them. Absolutely. I think that I am mad at Arizona and that this was not USC, and that's not Arizona's fault. It's USC's fault, but I wanted Oklahoma USC, the Lincoln Riley Bowl, and the Alamo Bowl this year. We didn't get it, dang it. But I like what Arizona's doing. I think they're very complete. The one issue is that their defense is just kind of a level below. So they're 13th on offense, 24th on defense for me. Oklahoma is 12th on offense, 9th on defense. Obviously, with Dylan Gabriel out, you might think, oh, that they have a good opportunity. I think Jackson Arnold's going to let it rip. I think he's a great quarterback, and they want to get some positive momentum going. We saw what a dilapidated Oklahoma did last year in a bowl game against Florida State. I think Venables is good at preparation. I think he'll be able to frustrate Arizona's offensive efforts. And so I got to stay away from that one. Got to pass on Arizona.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm fine with the success that Arizona had. It's been a long time since I've seen Arizona football play well. My first year at Arizona, I went to college with Foles. It was his last year there. Outside of that, we had Kadeem Carey, and then things got dark for a while. It was not, there hasn't been much exciting coming out of Arizona. Very cool to be ranked in football and basketball. So I'll take it. I don't give a shit if they lose this game. I'm cool with it. I'm happy with the success that we've had. And I think, Arizona moving forward, they're in a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Built well for the future. And I will say my one big Arizona what if they'd actually hired Ken Niumatalolo with Khalil Tate and just run the most annoying triple option in the history of college football. Could have been good, but I like where they're at now for sure.
It could have been great. All right, next one here, smash or pass. I believe this is the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. It's Kansas UNLV, under 64.5.
What is the most emphatic pass that I can give? I want the over in this game so badly. This is offense 14 and 64. UNLV is so fun with Brendan Marion there. Ricky White, the Michigan State transfer to UNLV, leads the nation in target share. 37% of UNLV's targets go to Ricky White. He's so hard to cover. And Kansas going to be without their offensive coordinator, Andy Kotelnicki, who goes to Penn State. But I still think this is Leipold's offense. I still think they've got a lot of interesting weapons on offense, and it's Jason Bean's send-out party. So I think there's going to be a lot of points here. Both defenses are in the 70s as well in terms of EPA per play. So I really think this is going to be one of the more fun and pointsy bowl games. Two innovative, creative offenses and two just okay defenses. So I think we'll get a lot of points here for sure.
Yeah, I think this will be a fun game. I know, and I think, what is Kansas? They're 12.5-point favorites right now. I think they open 10.5. Do you think Kansas wins outright?
Yes, I've got them by about, what is this? Golly, like 12, I think is my number here. And so kind of close to the line, not a huge edge there, but I do think that Kansas wins this one outright pretty comfortably. But a lot of points, never know. Could be entertaining. I'm rooting for just over and a good game that's close at the end.
Yeah. Okay. Next one that we're going to do, not exactly a game that I heard people talking too much about this one, talking about the Las Vegas Bowl. Utah, smash or pass, Utah -6.5 up against Northwestern.
This is the opposite of the last game in terms of fun for me.
Yeah. Fourth string QB. It might get a little weird here.
The key for me here is Utah's defense is just so good. They're third in EPA per play. If they had an offense that could have broken the top half of the FBS, I think they would have been much better this season. 82nd in EPA per play. Shout out to Northwestern and David Braun. Made something out of absolutely nothing. That's something to be said here. But I think Utah's more complete. I don't want to go against Kyle Whittingham, so I'm gonna go with Utah here.
All right, cool. We'll move on to this one here. Has a guy that is getting a lot of steam here as we approach the NFL draft. Smash or pass, LSU -9 versus Wisconsin.
I'm so confident in this one. I would say LSU minus whatever. I think that LSU is going to be able to score at will against Wisconsin here. Their offense is number 1 in the nation in opponent adjusted efficiency. They're first at quality possession rate. They're third in finishing drives. They're first in early downs EPA. They're just going to be able to score in a way that Wisconsin can't. Especially because Wisconsin's some uncertainty about who's going to play. They're 51st in EPA per play. And the biggest deal is that LSU's pass defense has been terrible. They're 99th in EPA per pass on defense. Wisconsin, only 74th. So it's not like they're going to be able to exploit it. I think we're looking at boat race here. Multiple scores in the second half lead for LSU. So I'm going to go with the Tigers minus the 9 for sure.